That is just the worst of the worst. You will be blocked, you will be deleted from life. Just don't do it. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today's topic is a little bit off topic for me, out of my norm if you will, but I felt compelled to share this information because I see a lot of people who are single, struggling in this department. Guys and girls, I hear them talking about all these things, and I just decided to put it all into one beautiful package for you so that you can understand what to do or don't do this year for dating. 12 tips on how to level up your dating game this year. Tip number 1, staring. Nobody likes it. It's awful, it's awkward, right? You're just standing there in Starbucks and all of a sudden you feel these eyes peering on you and you just kind of, oh yeah, he's definitely staring. Or maybe it's a girl staring at a guy, who knows? But I think guys do this more than women, let's be honest. And then you do that weird, creepy stare that turns into an awful, awful moment for both parties. That stare that you think men are sexy, but gets interpreted and translated on our end is that creepy stalker, maybe gonna slit your throat later. I don't know. It's creepy, it's weird, just don't do it. Don't do it. If you wanna stare for a hot second, and then when she catches your eyes, you do this weird look away, like, nope, I wasn't staring. That's flirting, that's a good stare. But when I catch you staring and you are staring back at me, that's too much staring, you know what I mean? Like, that's too much eye contact, like, And guys, this one's for you. Maybe ladies too, I don't know. It typically happens in the gym, let's be honest. When you're staring at that girl, that is so degrading, so disrespectful. I get it, we're in spandex, we can't help it. We're in sports bras, spandex, it's hot, we have to be comfortable to work out. But if you stare at a woman like she's a piece of meat, that is what she thinks you are saying to her, is that, hey, you're a piece of meat that I would like. And that is it. That is all she's going to get from that stare. And once you get your meat, you're gonna be on your merry way to the next piece of meat that's down the road there. If you wanna stare, smile, do that little nod, you know, that little, hey. Maybe not the wink, that's too soon. Number 2, compliments. If you want to compliment a woman and you want her to take you seriously and you're really interested, like deeply interested, no sexual compliments in the beginning. So don't come at me with a compliment of like, dang girl, yeah, no. Next, we want a compliment that doesn't show us that you just want to hit it and quit it, that you're in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? This one's a tough one. How to compliment in a way that doesn't get translated as a sexual innuendo or come off like you're just a creepy weirdo. And I get it, it's intimidating to walk up to somebody for the first time and try to engage interaction with them or conversation and you don't know anything about them, so what do? You usually go to like, hey, what's up, sexy, or you know, whatever it is that a guy does or a girl does. I don't know what girls say to guys really, because I don't flirt, let's be honest. I don't approach people. Because half the time I do approach a guy, they end up not being straight. Awkward. Oh, you're not straight? I'm gonna go. And that's just embarrassing. That's embarrassing for everybody. So I just, you know, if you're interested, you'll approach me. That's how I roll, you know? After you walk up and you say hello or whatever, you could say something simple like, hey, nice shoes. Where'd you get them? I love that phone. I have one too. We like to be complimented on our hair. It's a good go-to. Or, you know, our clothing, because we take a long time. Or our makeup. Say, girl, your brows are on point. We might find that a little weird, but we're still gonna appreciate it nonetheless. So that's not sexual, but it's definitely complimenting them and what they got going on without being a creeper. That is key. Number 3, phone calls versus text. I think it is so important in the beginning when you're trying to communicate with somebody. If the girl gives you her number, that you should make the initiative to phone her and have a conversation to get to know each other if you're too intimidated to meet up in person yet. Now, texting back and forth usually happens because people don't want to waste their time. They don't want to invest in a phone call that's going to maybe go for an hour or whatever. But if a girl gives you her number, that is code for, please call me. I'm giving you my number so that you can reach out to me. Don't take this the wrong way. We do not want calls at night. We do not want calls at work. We do not want calls when you know that we're going to be busy. That's too much. That's rude, that's inconsiderate. But a phone call, maybe after a text of like, hey, what are you up to? And you know that that person's available, calling them shows initiative of like, you're invested, you're interested, and it's not like you have like 10 other people that you're just texting random like hellos to on the side. I can't really take you seriously if you're interested in me and all you're doing is texting me like 5 words or less a couple times a day. Like, that doesn't show initiative at all. I think this day and age, like, we need to step our game up and stop hiding behind a phone. Granted, a phone call is still the phone, but it's more personable than a text message. You can text anybody, but if you're interested in somebody, pick up the effing phone and call, okay? Ladies, guys, if somebody texts you that's interested in you and you have shown that you are semi-interested in them, obviously because you gave them your number, text them back within 15 minutes. Don't wait a day or 2 or whatever. Like, that's just rude. That shows the wrong message of I just don't care, or I don't have time for you, or I play games. Don't be worried about them ghosting you because it's gonna happen. Who wants to deal with that early on in the game? Like, no, if I give you my number and I text you and I don't hear back, I'm gonna start to question that. I'm gonna start to think that something's up, especially if it happens on multiple occasions. Number 4, inappropriate pictures. Oof. Guys, why do you insist on sending pictures of your junk unannounced? It's got to stop. This year has got to stop with the dick pics. It's just out of control. And first of all, I didn't ask for it, so therefore you shouldn't send it. You will know when I want to see it. I will let you know. Second of all, it just sends a message of like, here's my junk. What do you think? There's nothing left for courtship. There's nothing left for anything to build or grow. Like, let's just bang it out and call it a day. Like, that's what that says. So if you're interested in somebody, no pictures like that until you're invested. If I see a picture, a dick pic from you, and I haven't even engaged conversation even through Instagram, text, whatever, dating app, whatever it may be, I'm gonna block you. Point blank period. No girl wants to see those kind of pictures. I promise you. We don't want to see that. Sorry guys, we don't want to see it. It's just gross. I'm sorry. It's not a pretty picture. You try sending those to yourself and not be horrified when you open that up. It scars you for life. You can't unsee that. Bye. Number 5, don't be cheap. Guys, if you ask a girl where she wants to go and she chooses a place like Cheesecake Factory or another expensive restaurant, don't get mad at that. You asked her. If you can't afford certain restaurants, choose a restaurant that has a lot of options for vegetarian, vegan, whatever, unless you've asked their specific dietary needs and you don't know, because the worst thing you can do is take a girl to an all meat eating place and she turns up vegan. Like, oof, that's just not gonna go over well. If you get mad at it and you expect her to pay half, that relationship is ended there at that restaurant. I hate to say it. That makes us feel like we're a gold digging hoe. We don't want to feel like that. We don't want to feel bad. Now on the flip side, women, if a guy asks you where you want to go, try to choose a restaurant that's not going to be a 5-star restaurant in the beginning. Like, let's graduate up to that. Let's not put all the cards on the table too soon and scare him away. In the past, when I have been on a date, I have offered to pay half. Even though the guy asked me out, I have offered to pay half because I don't want him to feel like I'm the type of person that's going to take from you. I want to show that I'm a team player and I will be willing to contribute to that. Now, on a first date, if a girl offers to pay, I would recommend, if you can, say, no, I got this, and take the bill. Even if it's expensive, take the bill, because you want to show that you're invested, that you care, that she is worth the price of that bill. Number 6, be open and honest. Ooh, this one really gets me. How many times you get into a situation and you start texting somebody back and forth for a couple months, maybe you've gone on a few dates with them, and then all of a sudden you find out they have a kid and they're recently separated. That would have been nice to know in the beginning, don't you think? Before we wasted this time, because recently separated with a kid means A, you're not divorced, means B, you're still in a situation, means C, what the hell are we doing here? And why are you wasting my time? Goodbye. If you're open and honest about your situation, that is so much better, because you know it's gonna come out, you know it's gonna show up. You can't just live this lie and keep withholding information that in hopes that this relationship's gonna go somewhere, you're gonna get somewhere with this person and not have that information just blow up in your face. No, you need to be open, you need to be honest about what your situation is. If you tell somebody right up from the get-go, hey, I'm just looking for someone to have fun with, and the other person's looking for a marriage per se, you already know that it's not gonna work out. Okay, cool, you're looking for something different than me. It was fun while it was, like maybe we'll be friends, maybe we won't, but I think I'm gonna move on from here because it's not gonna work out, let's be honest. That saves a lot of heartache and trouble. I think guys are afraid to say that to women because they don't wanna be coming off like they're just out for one thing. You'd be surprised, men, if you share that information from the get-go, there's a lot of women out there that are just like that are seeking the same thing. If it's a guy looking for a long-term relationship and a woman is just there to, whatever, but she sees that you're of good quality and you have everything in writing that she's looking for her husband, but she's not ready right now, she may withhold that information or say that she's there for a relationship even though she's not. People, let's stop being selfish. Like just own it and tell it like it is, and don't worry about what's gonna happen if you tell the truth, because it's going to blow up in your face eventually, and it's going to be a lot of drama and a lot of chaos and a lot of hurt feelings. So let's just be open and real with each other. And if they stay, great. If they don't, it wasn't right for you anyway. So on to the next. Open the doors for the next person that's supposed to come through that will be the right person for you. Number 7, be spontaneous. We all love gifts, let's be honest. If you show up with one of these on your first date, oof, we are going to be putty in your hands, guys. If you show up with flowers or a little something that you know she would like her favorite candy, or maybe the girl asked you out, guys, and she shows up with a pair of Nike socks that you've been talking about, and it just blows your mind because you're like, whoa, this girl's legit. She listened to what I like. She made the initiative to ask me out, and here she's showing up with gifts. Like, wife that. Who wouldn't? Men, we need to be shown, and women too. Show your man, or show the guy that you're interested in, that you are paying attention, that you are interested, deeply interested, by listening to everything they say and showing them little things here or there that makes them a believer in the fact that you are interested and in it to win it. It's gonna set you aside from the dude that she's talking to over here, or the girl that he's talking to maybe over here or over here. It's gonna make you go up onto the list a little bit higher as he weeds out, or as she weeds out, the good from the bad on the list that is eventually going to win his or her heart. Just saying. Number 8, maintain your standards. Okay, let's all just take a minute to appreciate this one, because how often do you find yourself changing your standards for somebody that you know isn't right for you, but oh my god, dude, she's so hot. Like, she's so hot, so therefore, like, the fact that she doesn't have a job right now, that's totally fine. Like, I can totally provide for her. I mean, she'll get a job eventually, right? You cannot change people. People show up as they are, and that is who they are. If they're going through a bad time, maybe that's not the best time to get invested with them. Like, let them figure themselves out, and then maybe you trickle back in when they got themselves together, because you don't want to be a crutch for them. You don't want them to fall into a trap with you of you being their savior. That's not... Keep your standards. And women, if you have a list going of he must be this, 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 and this, and he hits 5 out of 10, let's try to make it a 6 out of 10. Let's try to get that a little bit higher. Because you know what? There's 10 billion other people in this world. 70 billion? Is it 70 billion? You're gonna find another one that hits maybe 8 or 9 on your list. It's gonna be better for you, and you won't have those regrets of like, dang, I wish I would have waited. I wish I would have let so-and-so go, because now I'm dealing with a 5 out of a 10 when I could have maybe had an 8 out of 10. It doesn't matter how much you like them. It doesn't matter how hot they are. It doesn't matter how much money they have. If they are not right for you, and you know they are not right for you, what are you doing? No excuses. Let it go. On to the next. Number 9, be unavailable. A lot of people get stuck into this one, especially when they're just playing around in the dating world. You maybe run into somebody who, oh, I haven't seen him in a while. Oh, he's got a girl, but maybe later on. Oh, wait, I'm just playing around right now, so maybe I'll entertain this. Or guys, you end up with a girl and you find out she's texting some other dude on the side. Oh, wait, it's her ex. It's her ex. How long has she been texting her ex on the side? Oh, the past year and a half they've been broken up? Yeah, about that. So when you find that out, why do you stay around? You're just entertaining a situation that is not going to go anywhere. You're wasting your time and energy on a person that is obviously unavailable emotionally right now, and maybe physically too. Who knows? Maybe she's still sleeping with her ex. Common courtesy, people. Do not engage with people that are unavailable. It's not fair to them, it's not fair to you. And you're going to regret it. It's not if but when that blows up in your face. So if they're in a situationship or a relationship or what have you, and they've told you about the ex or their current situation that they're in and out of, on to the next one, people. Point blank period. Number 10, moving too fast. Why is this such a thing nowadays? Like, hey, you're hot, I like you. Oh, really? I feel the same. Let's bang it out. There's no courtship. There's no getting to know each other on a deeper level before you get intimately involved, and then all of a sudden you freaking catch feelings, and then all these things start to pop up about the person that you didn't know prior to getting emotionally invested, and now you're dealing with a situation where you wish you would have waited, because now maybe you find out that he recently got a girl pregnant. Oh, if you would have waited, maybe that information would have revealed itself in the time that it was necessary. Or, oh, she has an STD. Oh, but I didn't know. But I was just with somebody like last week before you that gave it to me, and I guess now I know because you showed up with it. Wait for it to happen naturally, organically, in its right time. Allow the courtship to take place. Ladies, guys need to feel like they've earned you. Men like a hunt. If you give it too easily, guess what? As quickly as he fell in love with you, he's gonna fall out of love with you just as fast. They are creatures of the chase, so if you give it to them and they get it, they're gonna have fun with it for a little bit, and then they're gonna be on to the next chase, the next hunt, because that's what excites a guy. That's what, on their deeper biological level, they have always been the hunter. It's facts, it's science, it's in their DNA. For some reason, they like the hunt. Don't just give it away so quickly, because you know what that says about you to them? She's easy, she's a side piece, she's not a wifey type. That fire, that emotion, that lust is all it really is developed on. That relationship is developed around lust, and it will sizzle out and burn out as quick as it lit fire. Number 11, stage 5 clinger, or as I like to call it, stalkerazzi. You know who you are. Don't deny it. Don't deny it. You get into a relationship, or maybe it's not even a relationship yet, but you're interested, you've gone on a few dates, you have their number, you're texting, you're doing those late night phone calls that keep you up till 2 in the morning, you go to work all tired because you had a conversation with your little boo thing, and it's just, you're on cloud 9, you're so excited, and then all of a sudden, you're hanging out with them, they walk to the kitchen, and their phone's sitting there, and you're looking at the phone, it's beeping, you do a little look-see, check to make sure they're not coming back, do a little look-see. What are you doing? Get out of their phone. Leave it alone. It's not your business. It's not your business. If you don't trust that person, why are you even engaging with them? If you really need to know what's happening in the phone, ask. Don't go looking through their phone. You could say something simple like, hey, your phone is ringing. If they don't tell you who was on the other end, A, it's not your business because you're not in a relationship, and B, it's nothing to worry about until it's something to worry about. So let it be. If you show somebody that you don't trust them in the beginning, it's not going to last. It's going to fizzle out. And you know what? You're gonna come off as a stalker. You're gonna come off as a stage 5 clinger, and that is more repelling than anything out there. Nobody wants to be around somebody who's a stage 5 clinger or obsessive and controlling. That is just the worst of the worst. You will be blocked. You will be deleted from life. just don't do it. Maybe there's some things you got to work on, because also on the flip side, I have found in the past guys that go through my phone, and I was completely faithful, but the guys that have gone through my phone and were distrusting to me, it was because they were doing something on the backside on their end, because they were insecure about what they were doing. Evil thinker, evil doer. You cannot overlook that stuff. That is a red flag that needs to be addressed in the beginning, and if you squash it, and you ease whatever it was that was arising in them to make them distrust you, or maybe they had a situation where they've been cheated on and so you're trying to work through that with them. But here's the thing, they should have already worked through that by themselves on their own before they got into a situation with you. It's not your job to deal with their baggage. If it pops up again a couple more times, you got a problem, you gotta let it go and let them kind of deal with their past, and you move on to somebody who's a little bit more emotionally stable. Number 12, gratitude. It is so important to have gratitude for every situation that comes to you, every experience that comes to you, and not hold resentment with it. The good, the bad, the ugly, let it all be neutral, let it all be forgiven, let it all be washed away and treated as the same, because if you hold on to that resentment, you're going to be blocking yourself spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally from what is supposed to come to you that is better for you. All that's going to do is bring back to you the same situations and circumstances that are going to create that same vibration within you. So if you let it go, forgive it, move on, clear your head, and have gratitude and keep your state and your vibration in a peaceful gratitude state, you're going to have the universe mirror back to you things in which you will be grateful for. So on that note, I hope that you like this video. I hope it has helped in some way. Just to recap, here you go. Number 1, no creepy staring. Number 2, no sexual compliments in the beginning. Number 3, phone call versus text. Number 4, no inappropriate pictures. Number 5, don't be cheap. Number 6, be open and honest. Number 7, be spontaneous. Number 8, maintain your standards. Number 9, do not go after the unavailable. Leave them alone. Number 10, don't move too fast. Number 11, do not be a stage 5 clinger, aka stalkerazzi. And number 12, have gratitude with everything that you experience. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a blessed day.